Hello and welcome, I'm Dan Toppy, and today I'm going to bring you the second episode in my Going for Gold series in Black Ops 3. Today I'm going to be covering the best assault rifle in the game, which is the M8A7. So like I did in the last episode, which was the local sniper rifle, if you haven't seen that, check it out in the link down below. I'll be covering the first 9 headshot camos and telling you what class you want to be using, and then I'll be covering the other 5 challenge camos and what classes you need to be using if you want to do them the quickest. So starting off with the first 9 camos that you're going to want to complete. For all assault rifles and submachine guns, you're going to need to get 100 headshots to earn these first 9 camos. To do this, I recommend that you use this class. As the M8's iron sights aren't that great, I don't really like them. They are okay for the first 10 kills, but once you've got the red dot sight, you should be using that. I like to use the second reticle, as I've said before, just because it has a little hole in the middle, so it allows you to see your enemies a bit clearer. This is also great because as you're aiming for them headshots, it's going to help you to be more precise, to hit them headshots more, so then you'll eventually get your golden camos quicker than you would have without it. A different sight that you could use if you wanted to is the ELO sight. This is really good because it's basically just a floating red dot. This means that you do have room below the red dots, then you can see the enemy easier. This may mean that you're able to hit headshots a lot more frequently than you will be able to with the normal reflex sight, but for me I feel that I'm more accurate with the normal reflex than I am with the ELO sight. Moving on to the attachments, the first attachment that I've chosen to take is Quick Draw. I've chosen to take this attachment because you do come up against a lot of submachine guns when you're playing in public matches because they are so powerful in this game. And seeing submachine guns have a faster movement speed and higher mobility than the assault rifles do, you're going to want to have an attachment that will help you to bring your sights up quicker, so then you're more likely to win those close quarter gunfights against submachine guns. This should help you because you'll find that you're dying less, so you'll be able to get a lot more headshots because you'll be staying alive longer, and it should help you to get your golden camo a lot faster than you would without it. Moving on to my second attachment, this attachment is the foregrip. The foregrip's a really good attachment to take because it's going to reduce your recoil and make you a lot more accurate. This is going to mean that you should be able to hit a lot more headshots, even at those medium to long ranges, so it's not limiting your playstyle just because you need to get them headshots to get that golden camo. Moving on to the final attachment. This final attachment that I've chosen to take isn't really going to help you with your accuracy, but it is going to help you with getting more kills. This attachment is rapid fire, and all the rapid fire attachment does is help you to shoot a lot more bullets faster. I think this is a really good attachment to take on all of your M8 setups because all of the full assault rifles and submachine guns have a much higher fire rate than you do with your burst fire M8, so by putting this on, it's just going to help to lower that difference, so then you're more likely to get a lot more kills. The only downside using rapid fire is that it is going to decrease your accuracy, so if you think by having this attachment on it's actually making you play worse, then you can always just switch it out to a long barrel, which is going to increase your accuracy even more. I've chosen to take concussion tactical grenade, this so then you can concuss enemies when they're on a flag and then you can get easy headshots on them. And the perks that I've chosen to take are flak jacket so then you don't die as much to explosives, fast hands so that you can get your gun up quicker to get more kills, and the final perk is awareness. These are basically perks that are in all classes. I like to use awareness on this class because it means that you can pre-aim corners when you can hear an enemy coming around, which is going to help to get you more headshots. If you always try and keep your aim at head height, then you're going to hit a lot more headshots because you'll be ready to shoot the enemy when they come around the corner. Alright, so that's the class that I think you should be using for your first 9 camos. This is what you need to be aiming for if you're starting from scratch. You obviously won't have all these attachments, especially the rapid fire. It's going to take you a while to earn that, but this is what I think you should be using. It's the most effective that I've found, and it should help you to do it as quick as possible. So moving on to your challenge camos, the first camo I'm going to cover is the Ardent Camo. For this, you're going to need to get 10 long shots. To do this challenge quickly, I recommend that you change your red out for a recon sight. It's going to give you a little bit of zoom so you can hit more accurate long shots, and also I'm going to recommend that you change your rapid fire out for a long barrel. Like I said before, this is going to help. It's going to get rid of that recoil that's being added because of your rapid fire, and it's going to help to increase your accuracy because of the long barrel. The next camo you're going to need to get is burnt camo. To do is you're going to need to get 50 kills with the M8 without any attachments equipped. So basically just take off all your attachments and add on a couple of other perks that you think will help. I don't always bother adding extra perks because I don't really think it's necessary. I'll just get on with it because it saves time. But if you want to add extra perks, then go ahead and do it. The third challenge camo that you're going to want to get is Bliss. Bliss is the opposite to what Burnt is. With Bliss you need 5 attachments and an optic. So for this, I recommend that you use a reflex sight to help with accuracy, a quick draw grip to help in then close quarter situations, foregrip to help reduce recoil, and also a long barrel to help reduce recoil, the rapid fire attachment to help get more kills quicker, and also the stock attachment. With all these attachments combined together, it should make you a really good gun, but it does mean that you can't have any perks or grenades, so it is going to have a downside for that, but with them attachments on, it should be a really good gun anyway. The next 2 camos, Battle and Chameleon. For the Battle, you need to get 5 double kills, and for the Chameleon, you need to get 5 bloodthirsty killers. For these camos, it's quite likely that you will just get these whilst doing all the other ones, but if you don't, just go back to that original class that I recommended to use and you should be able to get them pretty easily. So that's my Going for Gold guide for the M8A7 assault rifle. If you follow these steps and play in game modes where you're going to get a lot of kills, then you should be able to get the gold camo pretty quickly for the M8. But if you have enjoyed, then please like it, really helps, and subscribe to see more great Call of Duty content coming soon.